VEX is finally here and she's really awesome. I mean, she's okay or whatever. She's a mid lane yordle of darkness and depression that hates people, dashes and happiness. A pretty relatable champion for many League players or YouTubers, or League players that are also YouTubers and that have severe anxiety and more on top of depression. Wonder who would fit that profile. So, you know how most recent champions all have some super complicated abilities that read like Bibles? Well, not VEX. She's very simple and easy to understand, and she's super fun to play too, so let's get over her abilities. Her passive, Doom and Gloom, empowers her base abilities every few seconds, causing them to interrupt dashes and fear enemies' hit. You can see the bar under her mana, charging up to when this ability will be ready, and she also gets visual effects once it's up. Also, whenever a nearby enemy dashes or blinks, they get marked with Gloom for 6 seconds, causing VEX's next auto attack against them to deal additional damage and reduce the cooldown of this passive by 25%. You can also trigger the Gloom mark with Q and W, and the cooldown reduction stacks, so you can pop the Gloom mark on multiple targets and fully reset the cooldown if you hit enough of them at the same time. Non-champions take reduced damage from this, but it does work on minions and monsters too, and they also reduce the cooldown, but just by 10% instead of 25%. Also, enemies feared move more slowly the farther they are from VEX. The Depressed Rabbit's Q is Mr. Bolt, launching a wave of mist dealing magic damage and after a short delay, becoming smaller and faster. Like I said before, it also consumes Gloom on enemies hit, and empowered it also fears. Her W personal space gives her a shield for 2.5 seconds and emits an AoE shockwave around her, dealing magic damage. It also consumes Gloom on enemies hit, and empowered it fears. Looming Darkness is her E, sending Shadow to a nearby location, dealing damage and slowing enemies hit, and applies Gloom on them, so you can apply it with E and then pop it with Q or W, or just auto attacks. Empowered it also fears them, and the further the ability is casted, the larger it is, but also has a longer cast time until Shadow gets there. And Shadow Surge is the ultimate, sending Shadow forward, dealing magic damage to the first enemy hit and marking them for 4 seconds. They are also revealed while they are marked. Then the ability can be recast to dash with VEX to the enemy, dealing more magic damage on arrival. If the marked target champion dies within 6 seconds of taking damage from this ability, the cooldown is temporarily reset. Also, maxing out this ability increases its range to 3000, so it's quite a lot. And it gets reset even if you just hit the first cast, but then if you don't recast it for the reset, it goes back on full cooldown. As for the build, she's a pretty bursty mage, so probably something like Luden's, Magic Pen Boots, Horizon Focus, Zonia's, Rabadon's and Void Staff would work well, getting really good AP scaling in late game. And that's about it. I really enjoy her playstyle and she looks great. Those visual effects and animations for her abilities, and especially for Shadow, are really good. That's the reason why they increased the minimum requirements for the game after all, so just turn off shadows if you want to counter her. So let me know what you think about her, leave a like and subscribe or I will send depressed rabbits to bite you and make you depressed too, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.
Aw, Viego is okay. I mean, he's whatever, I guess. Honestly, you taunt yourself just by being you. I'm dancing, happy. Ha.